Okay, so that's 6, right? No, that's 5. That's 5. Okay,
5.
so then my next one is Terrence Jones.
Jones on Houston?
Terrence Jones on Houston, who went off like opening night, mostly because Dwight Howard was in foul trouble. But you know,
that happens with Dwight, doesn't it?
It happens a lot, right?
Yeah.
And look, so Terrence Jones is kind of up and down. So opening night, I think he was close to like 20 and 12 and a couple blocks and steal. I mean, he does everything, right?
Yeah.
He's a big man that can shoot the 3, and he's got great instincts and blah blah blah. But then Howard got his mojo back and basically didn't get in foul trouble, and then Terrence numbers went way down. But what's interesting about Terrence Ross is
Jones.
Wow, really?
That's a whole different guy.
Wow, thank you.
Don't be racist.
Yeah.
Terrence Jones was top 4 in the NBA in 4 different advanced statistical categories last year. Okay, so Terrence Jones was like one of the most offensively efficient players in the NBA. He's actually very low turnover. He's just like, he can kind of do everything. He gets a lot of rebounds. Like,
I've got Terrence Jones in my keeper league. Someone dropped him because they were doing the last minute dash to add some stats one week and dropped Terrence Jones. So I just scooped him up.
Yeah.
He's been on my squad ever
yeah,
since.
that's ridiculous. And Terrence Jones is still super young. Right? He's like 22 or something.
Is he taken too?
He's taken.
Yeah.
22, 23, something like that. And I mean, he's like a future beast, right?
Great.
What year is he in right now?
He's third year.
Third year.
And his first year was basically a wash because he really didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought he was going to go the Adam Morrison route. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he gets the hype, and then people are like, oh, there's no place for you. And then in his second year last year, he just broke out. And, and now Chandler Parsons is gone, right? Because Chandler Parsons put up huge numbers last year. He was something like 16, 5, and 5 or something.
But who did Houston add to replace Parsons? Did they pick some?
Well, they got Ariza.
Right.
But Ariza isn't going to have the same usage. Ariza on that team is basically a 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
And Terrence Jones, especially opening night, I mean, he just looks like when it doesn't... Like, Harden obviously dominates the ball, right?
Yeah.
But Howard... I don't know. Like, what does he do, right? He's like, he gets the rebounds and the blocks and everything, and you'll have to give him some touches in the post.
So he can dunk on people.
But Terrence Jones is the guy cleaning up everything, right? And there's a lot of touches there. If Ariza's just going to shoot, because Chandler Parsons had a lot of usage last year, and someone's got to fill that gap, and it's not Ariza. And Ariza's old, and Terrence Jones is like the future of that team.
So Jones, if you pick up Jones, you're looking to get what, blocks? Rebounds?
You get everything. This is what I like about Jones, right?
Wow.
Is that he shoots threes.
Does he?
He gets blocks. He gets rebounds. He gets points, and he's low turnover. He's like he was top 20 in the NBA in turnover percentage last year. So like in the least number of his possessions that turn into turnovers, he's right there. So he's very, very undervalued. He's a little erratic, and I think it's mostly because of like the presence of 2 superstars on his team.
Sure.
But still, he was still. I think he actually got in foul trouble last night, and he still got like around 10 points and some boards, and like he'll get a steal and a block. Like he'll always get the stuff.
Yeah.
But then he's gonna have those big games when Howard gets in trouble, and he's gonna get 30 points and 20 rebounds and 4 blocks.
That's great.
There's not a lot of guys that can bring that value to you. And he's small forward and power forward. Okay, so then the last guy that I have is a bit controversial. Like, I put him as a sleeper on my article for Sleepers for Fake Teams, which I did a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And some people were really, really upset, but I got Nikola Pekovic.
Pekovic, okay.
As a sleeper. And, I say this, and people go, oh, Pekovic. But, everyone's down on Pekovic because he missed 30 games last year. And Georgiou Dieng, I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but who was awesome at Senegal, for Senegal FIBA. And if you looked at his, like, per 48s, is, like, really up there in, like, block percentage and rebounding percentage.
So is this Dieng or Pekovic?
Dieng. So everyone's like, oh, okay, so Pekovic is gone, right? And then Dieng's going to fill his spot, because he was filling in for Pekovic last year and did a really, really, really good job, right? Double machine, way more blocks than Pekovic. But, Pekovic makes $12 million a year. Pekovic is the highest paid player on the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? And he signed for 4 more years. You're not just going to, if you're paying a guy $12 million, you're not going to sit him.
Yeah.
If anything, and I thought maybe what you could do is keep his stats up and then trade him. But either way, your stats are staying there.
Yeah.
And what's interesting about Pekovic is even though, because a lot of people didn't talk about him last year because he missed so many games, but he was number 19 in the NBA in PER last year, right? So player efficiency rating. So he was one of the most offensively efficient players in the NBA. And in the fantasy basketball world, defensive efficiency is everything.
Yeah.
Now, people have said, oh, he's going to be limited to 24 to 27 minutes this year, and his coach was like, oh, you know, we want to... But, like, the last 2 games, he's played over 30 minutes.
Are you trying to add Pekovic right now?
No, he was taken a long time ago. He was already down. Yeah, I'm trying to look at his stats so far.
So, I'm in the Yahoo Friends and Family League with, like, you know, the top fantasy basketball writers in the world, right? These guys know their stuff. But, you know, I got him at 125. Okay, I got him at, I mean, was it round 11 or something like that. Now, I also got Brooke Lopez.
10 yesterday.
I got Brooke Lopez 92 overall, 8th round.
That's good.
Because everybody was so freaked out about his injuries. But I'm going, you're talking, Brooke Lopez, I took him as a first round pick like 3-4 years ago in the Keeper League.
That's interesting because in Avery's league, Brooke Lopez went like, 14th overall?
Yeah.
But that was a bunch of League of Idiots. But that is interesting.
14th overall, but then in the League of Experts, I get him at 92 overall.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but I see the point. It's not like they're so stupid, right? It's like everyone was risk averse, and you go, and it's funny because I was still picking there, and he was still there, and I was like, someone's gonna take Brooke Lopez. I mean, this is a guy who can get. I mean, I don't know if I'd call him a sleeper, but I mean, he shoots the free throw. Yeah, I would put him more about like 20 and 6 to be honest.
Okay.
But blocks, steal, but he shoots high from the field and he hits his free throws. And there are not a lot of centers that can do all those things, right? Yeah. Now, yes, the injuries are a concern, but anyway, he's offensively efficient. So anyway, finishing off on Pekovic, I think there's real value there.
Thanks for watching the Amazing Chan and the Chan Clan Sports Podcast for Fantasy Basketball. Thank you to Bobby Del Rio, our staff writer for FakeTeams.com. If you'd like to follow Bob on Twitter, just, what's your hashtag?
It's @BobMan.
@BobMan / Twitter, tweet, whatever it is. That's where you can find him. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you soon.